Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 15 of the ultimate walkthrough for Bloodborne. Hope everybody is doing well. Today we're going to be returning to the zone Yahar'gul, the unseen village, and also defeating its boss, the One Reborn. Alright, so let's go ahead and tap this unseen stone here, and we're going to go to the first one we've got. This may not work, the Hypogean goal, but we need to go to this one anyway. So return to the unseen village. So immediately when you get here, you're going to hear some footsteps and you'll see this group of patrol. You can rush them if you like. I'm just going to let them do their thing so that we can go through this a little bit more methodically, because not everybody's going to have to jump on those guys. Alright, so what we want to do first is drop down here, grab this chunk. There's going to be lots of chunks in this zone. So we will upgrade our weapon to +9 for sure. Go ahead and head this way first. There's going to be an enemy on the stairs that we want to kill. And then there's going to be a wheelchair guy. Now everything in this zone will basically respawn unless you kill what we're going to call the bell ringer. There's a couple different bell ringers in this zone, so we need to keep moving until you kill the bell ringer for that particular area. So what I'm going to try to do is get the attention of this group. So I like to do that by whacking that dude one time. Now you can hear that bell ringer already. That's why we're hearing those loud sounds when you kill them sometimes, and they're also harder to kill than you're used to because the bell ringer has them buffed. So if we take our time and just stand here, these guys are going to respawn. So we're just killing that front group, and then we're moving through here. We're going to go directly up this stairway, and the bell ringer's in the back. When you kill the bell ringer, it actually staggers these guys, so you can see that guy's kind of stumbling around. So now we've got a lot easier way to kill these. See, now we're one-hit killing them. You don't want to move too far on the stairs because of that beast. This guy right here above me, as you saw earlier, he was swinging at us, and that's why we killed the first group, because they're on the far end of his range, and then the sweet spot is basically in between the two mob parties that we killed. So I ran past the second grouping so that I could kill the bell, and then we come back out here and pretty much one-shot each enemy. So this guy is no risk unless you're just running in the middle of those stairs. So that's the only reason you need to worry about them. I will say this zone is much more intimidating than it actually is difficult. You should have a good run through here. This will be one of the easier episodes. I think a lot of people overthink this zone and they struggle with it. Probably the toughest portion is fighting the 3 hunters. That's optional. You'll make that determination if you want to do that, but of course I'm going to take you through that process. The Mensis ritual must be stopped, lest we all become beasts. What? I'm not going to attempt to try to explain lore in this game. It's just, that's not my thing. I'm not the guy for that. Okay. So, once you head out here, you're going to hear some noises. You might think you're in danger of some enemies, but we're really not. There's nothing out here. But it is a good way to take a look at what we've got working. So right down there, we've got 4 enemies. Those are the ones making those noises. They're not too troubling, but they are empowered and will be revived. So again, there's another bell enemy over on that area just above. So we can't really kill these all safely and stick around in the area, so we'll need to keep moving after we do that. So that's coming up soon. This door is locked from this side, so we have to go through this hole. Kind of pointless, but whatever. So once we get in here, There's a bell mob behind the bars. They're going to spawn that creature, so you kill him immediately. And then go ahead and get your pistol ready. Or your shotgun. Third time's a charm, baby. Alright. So we're just going to open this door. And now you're going to sprint through here. You're not going to worry about the other enemies. And you're just going to take out the bell. Then we can kill the wheelchair guy. You can see this dude's a little staggered. That is purely because we killed the bell. So, they should have spawned a rifleman. It's kind of 50-50 if they spawn the rifle guy. It's a little weird. Let's check it. No. So, I think it's if we take a certain amount of time to kill the bell, that a rifle dude will spawn. So, just know that if you hear something, if you hear another enemy out here, could be the rifleman. But he can't shoot you from on this side, so he's really no threat to you at all. But again, once you kill the bells, the bell enemies, I'm just going to call them the bell. Once you kill them, you don't have to worry about the respawns. We'll grab this. And you can open this door now, but again, it really doesn't do a whole lot. It's basically the same as that opening. Maybe makes life a little bit more convenient. Okay. So first when we drop down here, we're going to grab these bolt papers. I'm going to use these on the boss. Also, when we drop down here, we're going to kill the one closest to us. Okay, I didn't get my charge attack off. That sucked. So as you see, these are not under the influence of the other bell keeper that we killed already. So once we kill those, what I want you to do is run up these stairs. You're going to hear the bell ringing. We want to kill this one that's running towards us. And we're going to immediately drop right here. Grab this item. And go ahead and heal up. And now we're going to walk in here. Be careful. You can see this guy's facing us. But he doesn't attack until you cross the threshold. What we're going to first do is run in here and kill the bell keeper. Great. So now what we're going to do is work our way over to this guy and charge up an R2. You can hear footsteps, but that's all above you. That's nothing you need to worry about. Nobody's going to flank you at this point. Okay, so now we've just got that big boy down there. He's easy enough. And then we've got a wheelchair guy behind the cage, I believe. This is a very important item right here. That's why we came this way. So we get the upper cathedral key. And this is going to help us in the next episode. So when we open this door, this guy's facing us. He's going to charge you. Gives you a perfect opportunity to shoot him and get a crit. Alright, you can go ahead and loot this. You can hear the wheelchair guy. Alright. So we get the tiny tonitrus. We'll go ahead and check that out. It is a equipable consumable type thing, reusable consumable. So the tiny tonitrus. Tonitrus is a unique weapon crafted by Archibald, the infamous eccentric of the Healing Church Workshop. This is a similar Morning Star mace that utilizes quicksilver bullets. When struck into the ground, it recreates the blue sparks that are said to surround the dark beast. Like Archibald's masterpiece, this too is a superb conductor of the powerful blue sparks. Then if you look at it again, it takes 25 arcane. So all of these cool usable items that we've got here, these are for arcane builds. So I would say do a second playthrough with an arcane build, or if you're just going to continually doing New Game Plus with the character you're playing on now, maybe go in New Game Plus, start focusing on arcane just to spice things up and see that different playing style. It's pretty fun. Okay, so once we're back out of that, this is the door that we're going to leave from. I just want to circle here. Okay. My memory was kind of making me doubt that there may be an enemy behind that, but we're good. Alright, so there's nothing really going on here, but we'll see where this connects us in a second. We're going to eventually end up where we fought those 4 ladies right here. So that's where we dropped down and started attacking them. So if we didn't kill that bellkeeper down there where we just were, these would have been respawned by now. So again, if you want to connect the zones in your mind, that's the drop down point that we used to get down there, grab the loot, and then walk into the open door that you see there. So I know it kind of goes fast when I'm doing it the first time, but that's why I like to try to point out how these things connect, so you can have a better idea. So we have a couple options here. What we want to do is pull out enemies as few at a time as possible. You can see down there, there's a giant, I don't know what these guys are called, but a giant thing, an amygdala maybe, hanging on the wall there, and they will use a very large, powerful, long-range beam. And the beam doesn't initially hurt you. It's the ground effect of the beam. So wherever the beam hits on the ground, you'll see the ground tiles light up. You need to make sure that you're not standing on the tiles when they're lighting up, because it's going to do damage. It's like a interesting zigzag wavy pattern. It's not too hard to dodge, but you just need to be paying attention to the ground, not so much the beam itself. What you want to do is take out as many of these enemies before you get far enough. And I would say it's about the midway point before they start casting at you. But there's also another tough enemy in the back there that throws Molotovs. So there's 2 ranged enemies that you really need to concern yourself with. Everything else you can pull out with melee. I would say anything that you aggro, if you retreat back to this area, or even the stairs to try to bottleneck them, you'll have the advantage there. So I like to pull enemies right here first. And you can see we kill everything now with 1 hit because we killed the bellkeeper. So that's the only reason these enemies were a lot stronger when we first come into the zone, and why you're probably thinking, okay, this might be a tougher episode, but it's just not the case. Okay, ate that. Nice. Grab this item here. Lots of chunks in this zone. And by the way, these aren't the Molotov characters I was talking about. Yes, they have Molotovs, but we can deal with them easily. It's a Molotov thrower that's behind those 3 larger weapon enemies. So we'll just rush in here, kill this one. So you can see the beam that I'm talking about now. And the beam can actually hurt the other enemies, so it can be your friend. They may have killed the Molotov enemy, which would be good. So basically, it looks like it's about the tree. Maybe when you pass these trees, when that starts firing at you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rush this. That's the Molotov one. Oh, I still took the hit. Alright. Oh, man. You can see it's pretty wide. What you want to do is just get inside at this point. There's nothing here that's danger. You can get to the lamp. We see that nightmare creature. That's okay. Just know that it's there. There's no danger chasing that. We're going to get that after we return here. We're going to go back to the Hunter's Dream real quick.
What is it?
I don't think we have enough to level up, but let's check it out. Oh, we're almost there. When it's so close like this, I'm just going to go ahead and
Farewell,
use
good may you.
some cold blood. So let's take a couple of the small ones here. Just going to use 3 of these guys just to be on the safe side.
Welcome. What is it?
Nothing worse than consuming cold blood and realizing
Very
that you
well,
still
thank
don't
you.
have enough. Alright, so we're focusing on strength right now. We're going to try to get that to 40. You can see we've got vitality and endurance at a nice 30 spot there. So what I'm focusing on is getting strength to 40, then maybe 50 before I even consider going back into vitality and endurance.
Farewell, good.
We'll take a look at how many chunks we have right now. I don't think we have near enough to do the upgrade. Let's see. There we go. So we need 9 to make our weapon, or I'm sorry, we need 8 to make our weapon plus 9. So we're halfway there, and we're definitely going to get plenty of those chunks for this episode. So before we fight the boss, we'll definitely be able to upgrade our axe. Okay. So now we have a different lamp to go to. It's called the chapel lamp. So make sure that you return to that one. Okay. Once you get here, immediately rush towards this Goomba. Oh my gosh. Okay. 2 more chunks. Okay. So we'll kind of go through this a little bit slow. What we've got on the end here, there's going to be a rifleman that we're going to drop down. We'll kill them instantly. We're going to loot an item. Then we're immediately going to drop down and try to kill 2 dogs. From after killing dogs, we'll kill the bell keeper. You can hear them ringing the bell already. And then we'll focus on the 2 huntsmen and the one big minion that's behind them. So it'll all make sense. So we're just going to drop down right here. We've got a hunter. Okay. Kill these doggers. Okay, now immediately fall on the side of the stairs here. And don't miss the attack like me. You get an easy kill. Now you can see these guys staggered. Use an L2 so you get the wide sweep. And switch to your gun. Oh, wow, I've got the torch on. I don't know how. I must have misclicked at some point. Feels bad. That's what happens when you're a fat finger. You sometimes do stuff like that, and you get yourself in big trouble. Alright, so let's make sure that nothing dropped loot. There's nothing over there on the side of the stairs or anything like that, so you're fine. You see the item here. It is being guarded by our last enemy behind this, so don't get surprised by them. Gonna get 8 blood vials, and now this guy will sometimes drop blood vials, and so will the big boys. So this is a really good spot that's close to a lantern where you can pick up some easy blood vials. So consider that as a possibility. So here, this is where we have the real challenge. This is the one real challenge of the zone. This door straight ahead should be unlocked. We unlocked that in a previous episode. So if you don't have that open, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. You don't really necessarily need that. But this is a way for you to bypass these 3 enemies if you don't want to fight them. Okay. So before we do anything, we're going to make sure that we're at full health. We're going to go ahead and equip some bolt paper. So we got three hunters to face. I'm just going to move over here to show you. We've got the one directly in front of us, and then one way at the end there. And then there's another guy down on the stairs, down to our right here. You can't see him yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to move pretty slowly, pretty methodically down below here. We're going to approach from this area here. This is our best path here. And we're going to focus on the guy on the stairs first. Now, this, like I said, is going to be the toughest encounter of the zone. But if you do this right, we can kill this guy fairly quickly. And then we'll only have to deal with 2 of them. And because of the type of weapon that we use, the axe, we can extend it and separate and use the stairs. Use our wide open space here to run around and kite the enemies. So go ahead and power up your bolt paper. Target the enemy. And we're going to use a charged up R2 and then a visceral. Then I just want you to start charging up R2s. Alright, once they're dead, get out of there. So now it's 2v1. And you see we've got one dude coming. He's got a rifle spear and a cannon on his back. Let's see. Yeah. I knew I didn't see the little guy for a minute, so I was wondering where he was at. So once you get a hit, just go ahead and evade. Charge one up. Even though we're close to the kill on that guy, you don't want to get greedy. Last thing you want to do is get greedy. Alright, that's not what I wanted. And I'm stuck. And I'm dead. A little bit unlucky. He does have his back to us, so we can land a charge up to him too. So let's go ahead and take advantage of that. The moment this fight really starts is when the other one comes attacking. Alright, so they're already dead, so this is easy now. Oh my god, I got myself trapped again. That was a good shot. Let's go ahead and grab his loot. That's what we really want for this fight. The claw mark. Wow. I usually try to show you guys the safe way to fight these dudes. But I think probably pairing this guy would make things a lot easier, especially when we're out in the open here. But he really puts himself in harm's way with some of these attacks. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. You get a lot of Quicksilver bullets from him. And the other one, I don't know exactly what he drops. Yeah, it's always one Madsman knowledge. Okay. So what we're going to do here is there's going to be only 2 threatening enemies in the rest of this building here. We're going to see like a beast walk by. So we just approach slowly. We can get a charge up R2. They're going to walk into this door. And they seem to be on a scripted path because they're always walking the same time as I approach. And just fight them like you would the wolves. I mean, they're very easy. They just lunge and you just step to the side. Dodge and win. Alright. So this is why we're coming down here to fight those guys in the first place. Because we're going to have 2 kidnappers with 2 bloodstone chunks on them each. They're dead bodies, so even better. So all we have to do is kill one of those beasts and another one that we're going to find a little bit lower. So this guy, you can follow them and get a charge up attack, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Let me show you what I mean. You don't want to try it right here because you'll get caught in the cell. All right, let's do it here. But they're easy to dodge, so I don't really see a whole lot of purpose in trying to go too careful. Just base it off your comfort level here. Madmen toil surreptitiously in rituals to beckon the moon, uncover their secrets. Again, not going hard on the lore. So here is where our kidnapper is. Again, nothing to worry about. All of these areas that we're going to be seeing from here on out, for the most part, we've been to already. With one exception. There's going to be a special area that we hadn't accessed yet. But all this other stuff, you should have looted anything that was pre-existing here. Any loot items that you're finding now should be strictly related to the fact that you didn't loot them originally. So if you happen to have items here that you don't see in my guide, that's why. Oops, we don't want to go that way. We want to go up. All right. So it doesn't matter about that door being open, like I said, so I'm just going to assume that it's not open for you. And that's okay. What we're going to do is go through the front here. And you'll see that guy. That's what I'm just going to call a coffin crawler, I guess. And we're going to let him go on. And I just want to run up here. We're going to run straight. We're going to kill this guy first. We've got a bell keeper right behind. Want to kill them. Good. Now they're not going to revive anybody. We have a guy sitting on the stairway here. So using L2. Kind of sweep around a little bit before you use the L2 because you don't want to use it too close to that. It looks like it clips right through it. Classic Dark Souls. Alright, so we're not going to actually rest at our return to the Hunter Stream, but we need to access this so we have the ability to use the lift. And also, on the way down, I'm going to show you something that you couldn't access before. Looks like he dropped something. Nope. Okay. So if you face this way, you're going to see a broken wall there. You can jump over there, and we're going to do that in a little while. But first, I want to clear out some areas over here. Okay, so let me point out this guy. We'll kill him in a little bit. He's guarding 2 chunks. So we're just going to run around the corner here. There's going to be 2 enemies. We'll kill this guy first because we're protected from the wall. Perfect. Blood vials. Love to see that. And if you look at the moon, there's plenty of opportunities to check that out. It looks really cool. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the big boy. If you remember when we were in this zone before, there was a pig in that same area. Kind of want to do the same tactics. Use this to protect you. Then you can see that wagon there kind of shaking around. There is another one of these coffin dudes in there. So that item in front of them is a trap. You just want to move towards it and then back away so that guy can jump out and then you can deal with him. We'll deal with those 3 enemies afterwards, but you don't want to move your combat past the wagon or you'll aggro those. So be mindful of that as well. So we'll just get, can't tell. He's facing the other way. The only reason you can tell where they're facing is because of the lean. So we can get a charge up here. This is going to be really good for us. Alright, so we get the 2 chunks. So yeah, again, obviously it doesn't look like it's got a back or anything like that. So it's just the only way you can tell where it's facing is where is it leaning. That's where it's facing. So again, we're going to just walk up to this and back away. Then I'm going to charge up and attack. And then I like to evade. These things deal heavy damage and they're fast once they start fighting. Okay. So let's charge one up. They can almost one-shot you if they hit you with the full attack. So you need to be very careful about that. Alright, so don't hit it with a pebble yet. One of them aggroes you just by you approaching. So let that one come to you. Oh, no. No! He's just slightly out of range for that. Okay. Now, what you can do is hit one with a pebble. Let's try and do the same thing. And then move close enough and do an L2. And we don't have to worry about anything else. We'll just approach this one a little bit slowly. Again, we can see where it's facing based off the lean. And then we'll get up a charge up attack here. L2. Nice. So the Kin Hunter's Damp Blood Gem. Alright, so again, there shouldn't be any items here. If there are, it's strictly because you hadn't looted them before. Alrighty. So now, what we're going to focus on is we're going to kill... Let's see. I think we may have one more dude that we watched walk down. Yeah. So because we can get a backstab there, we're going to approach there. Or not a backstab, but we have the advantage here. So once we killed this one, we're going to return to the elevator and take that shortcut that I showed you. And let me make sure I'm not insane. Okay, good. And there shouldn't be anything over here. Yep, okay. So instead of just going through this doorway here and approaching the zone from this direction, we are going to do things the smarter way. We're going to utilize that elevator. We're going to jump through that open area, and it's going to take us to a secret spot that gives us quite the advantage in the next area. So here's the elevator. Go ahead, and once you step on the plate, turn around and just get ready to walk off. There you go. So this drop shouldn't be fatal. Well, yeah, it should. Okay, never mind. Doesn't seem like we were on the elevator for that long. So if you need to return to the ground, we're going to have a way eventually. But let's deal with the zone right here. Let's deal with these boys first. So we'll have 2 dogs up top. And then you're going to see this bath item there. Don't touch that yet. We're going to come back to that. So we'll have the nightmare. Just go ahead and run and kill that. There's like a dog on the other side of it usually. So the dog was not there yet. Weird. Okay. There's just the beast. Maybe my brain is failing. Wouldn't be the first time. So we get a free kill here, very easy. Oh no. Alright. Grab the chunk. It's actually good that we killed him on here because you do get bloodstone shards from him typically. Usually when I kill that guy, he gets knocked over the ledge, so I don't get to loot him. So that worked out. And of course we have the regain phase, so taking damage there isn't the worst thing ever. Okay. So now we're going to approach this bath. Inspect it, and it's going to transport us. Where this is taking us is actually the other side of the street, where I just showed you the open door and I said we're going to approach this a better way, and you're about to see why. We're going to have the advantage while we approach. So you can look over here, and this is going to take us downstairs. So there's going to be a beast, but the best reason we want to go this away is you've got the rifleman there. You can kill him, and you can kill this beast. There's a bell. Let's see. You should be able to see her. Just trying to show you guys what we got, what your options are. Yeah, you can see the bell aura immediately. She summons that guy. Go ahead and kill him first. Then kill her. And we're going to take that ladder in a second. First, I want to deal with the other guys. So the rifleman will fire at you if you don't kill him, so just deal with him. And this is why we want to approach this way, because otherwise we'd have that bell lady here this whole time without a way to get to her. And we also would be getting fired upon by the rifleman, so double bad scenario here. I'm going to let this guy approach so that I can do a charge up when both of them are standing next to each other. Don't worry about the projectile coming from below. Okay. So let me show you what that projectile is. You can see that those coffin dudes are actually firing projectiles. They only do that here. The ones that we already fought, they don't seem to have that attack. If they do, I've never seen them use it. So, I only think a couple of those to do that. The one that's moving to the left of the other two doesn't seem to use ranged either, so they all have different methods. You can take the stairs to here to get this item. I'm going to approach things a little bit differently instead of going down here first. You can hear we're getting fired upon. Let's see. I can't remember. I don't think that's a rifle. I think that's just the sound of the projectiles. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think it just sounds weird. Okay. So we're going to take this ladder. There's nothing at the bottom of it that's going to hurt you, so just drop down. No problem. You can land on this, no problem. So now we're on the base road area. And if you wanted to get back for whatever reason to the elevator, all you got to do is run up that way. You can run by all this shit if you want to. But that leads you to the boss, so don't enter down there. So this here is an NPC summon if you needed that for any reason. Defector on Tal. I've never summoned them. I typically won't summon an NPC. I think they make things more difficult, in my opinion. Now, maybe if you just wanted to fight the regular zone mobs with the NPC, sure. Just to help you clear things out. But I don't like using them for the bosses because they make the boss harder to predict. You can't use your tactics so much. Okay, so this is why we came this way. We have the enemy backside to us. Okay. So you can use the cover here. And let me go ahead and take a look over here real quick. We should have a piece of loot. Yeah, there we go. One madman's knowledge. You got another one on the opposite side. So we can go ahead and grab that too. So those projectiles, they're pretty easy to dodge. You just keep moving. And they don't fire them too rapidly. So you can actually get in there, get behind them after they fire a shot. So that's what we're going to do. Oh my god, it missed. That's not good. That's really bad. That did way less damage than I expected. Alright, now let's do this bad boy in. Wow, we only hit the first one? Okay. Grab the loot. We've got this one enemy here. You can see this one's like the regular ones. That attack right there. Oh. Was not expecting that spin. This one is way more aggressive than the other ones were. Come on. Oh my god, it didn't hit! Only during a guide will that happen. Unbelievable. Oh, why? Bloodborne, that's why. Okay, I'm gonna start things back up while we're here. This, I realized I forgot to take you guys in here, so... The bath is up there. That's where we killed the rifleman. We're on the bridge. You can see everything where we were. Okay. So we're going to walk in this room here. So we're going to have an enemy on the stairway. So just once they fire, go ahead and attack. Get that kill in. And we should have a beast at the bottom. Around the corner here. Yep. Take care of that, no problem. This gets us down to the lower level as well. I'm just making all kinds of mistakes. Here I was saying this is gonna be the easiest episode we've done, and I've died twice. More times than we've died in any episode thus far. Okay, so this is why we don't walk out of this door, and that's why I was forgetful in showing you this room, because it's not a place that you really care about besides that one loot item down below. But we want to be thorough and give you guys all the information that we can. Okay, so we're gonna head down the ladder, same way we approached, but this time we're not gonna die. Really, as you can see, the way we've been going through, there really hasn't been any danger. It's just been error on my behalf as far as failing to execute properly. Okay, I believe we did not pick up this item. Oh, we did. Okay. Alright, so we can just drop down. We're gonna get this kill here. Oh, come on, dude. You know what? You can track them down here. You really shouldn't have you shouldn't have to do this. I don't know if we can. We should be able to hit them right here, I think. Yeah, we can. So if you want to cheese things a little bit, go for it. I was trying to get them to track me in here. They don't get stuck or anything, but they can't do a lot of their like spinning, rotating attacks and whatnot, so it makes it a little bit easier for you. Alright, so where are my blood echoes? Alright, they're all the way down there. How convenient. Oh yeah, we died to the one dude. That makes more sense. So the good thing about the short axe is it's not going to bump them away. So it gives you an opportunity to keep them in and get the kill. See, that's what should have happened last time. That's why you do the R2, because they can't take you out of the attack. They can if it's early in the attack, but they can't at that point. Alright. So you can see here, that guy down at the base of the stairs. This is a guy we already killed. This is the old zone, okay? That guy is only alive because I died. And we took the bath to get over here, so. You have effectively cleared these areas. Now it's all about the boss fight. So what I would suggest to you is you get ready to warp yourself. By the way, this is the same place where we killed the Beastie Boy. He's right here, if you were wondering what that room is. Okay, so we're gonna return to the Hunter's Dream. Got me a bold Hunter's Mark. I think, yeah, we want the bold Hunter's Mark. Alright, so let's go ahead and channel these echoes. And then we're gonna go upgrade our weapon. Should be at a +9 after we deal with this. Okay. Just wanted to see what else we were working with. So next we're going to be looking for a blood rock. equipment. Let me also show you the claw mark. It says strengthens visceral attacks. That's what we picked up from fighting those hunters. So specifically the one with the claw-like weapon. That's what we got here. Really effective. Nice piece of equipment to have here. A Carol rune that transcribes inhuman sounds. The claw mark is an impulse to seek the warmth of blood like a beast. It strengthens visceral attacks, one of the darker hunter techniques. Although the difference is subtle, Runesmith Carol describes the beast as a horrific and unwelcome instinct deep within the hearts of men, while claw mark is an alluring invitation to accept this very nature. Very nice. Okay. And if you picked up the air sigil, it's or air rune, it's just the same one that we had before, but I think slightly more effective. It doesn't show any numerical data, so I'm not sure how effective. I haven't done the research on that, but it's either the same or a slight improvement. I'm assuming it's an improvement because that would be pretty lame otherwise. So what we're going to do is return to the Unseen Village lantern because that's the one that leads us closest to the shortcut. Okay, we're just going to drop down to the side here. Okay, so for the boss fight, we're only going to use the bolt paper. We're not going to use the pebbles. You can go ahead and throw that out. First, what you want to do is kill this guy. Let's extend the weapon here. Deal with the bell keeper first. So you can take the bath if you like. It's a shorter path. Or you can just run down here and just run through all the enemies. I would say the bath is much safer, but we just took the bath a couple different times. So I wanted to show you guys this route as well. Again, what you're seeing here is lots of projectile. Ooh, we missed this. Arcane Lake, there we go. That's what happens. I knew we were taking that for another reason. It's so easy. There's just like a billion things in this game. You can sometimes overlook something. Alright, so once you get in here, the cutscene's gonna begin. This boss, in my opinion, is one of the easier ones. What we're gonna do is, after the cutscene's over, we're going to immediately run behind the boss up the stairs on either the left or the right side, whichever you prefer. And we're going to go hunting those 6 bell ringers right there. There's 6 of them. They use ranged fire attacks, so you want to kill them as quickly as possible. We're going to fight them at an angle and such that they don't fall off the ledge. So if you're using the axe, as I expect you to be at this point, just follow my my placement of my character. You'll see how I'm attacking them. I'm basically standing to the side and not behind them. Oh, this thing is nasty. It is nasty. They do a great job of making some incredibly disgusting creatures. Ooh. It even sounds gross. Alright, so I'm going to shorten the axe. And we're going to take the stairs here. Now there is an item in this zone. Don't worry about grabbing that. You will get hit by projectiles from below, so be mindful of that. They're not going to do like huge damage, but you don't want to drop below 50%. Oh my god, I forgot one. We're on a roll. We're on a roll. But like I was saying, you don't want to ever drop below 50% health. So that's the item. It's just bullets. Pick it up after the fight. I doubt you're going to be trying to use quicksilver bullets in this. Unless you've got like flamethrower or some kind of thing. Okay. So now what I want to do is put that on. Okay, once you can charge one up, do it. Oh. The one thing that you really want to pay attention to is the acid. You want to watch out for acid attacks. You'll see that on the ground. Of course, if you can hit their face, you do more damage, but I like to fight a little bit safer here. Try to fight the extremities. The acid. Definitely want to evade the acid and heal through that. All right. Ooh. That was loud as shit. That was so loud. Oh, in-ear monitors, not good for that part. Okay, so there are 10 silver bullets. I'll grab them later, just so you guys know they're up there. I don't want to make you have to watch me do that. Do not interact with this guy yet. We're going to come back and do this, but don't interact with that. Don't inspect the mummy. That's for another episode. What we want to do is return to light the lamp and return to the hunter's dream. So I'll see you there. All right, sweet. So we are here. Let's go ahead and spend some of these blood echoes. Make me strong. Perfect. Thanks for checking out the episode, everybody. We'll be back very soon for episode number 16. In the meantime, I'd love for you guys to join us on Discord and on Twitch. I'm there streaming most nights of the week. You can find me twitch.tv/baldandbearded. Same channel name over here on YouTube. All right, everyone. We'll catch you next time. Take care.